Hello, butterflies. How are you? Can you hear me? Hello, Ornith. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hello. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Today I'm so in a singing mode. I've been singing the whole week. I created 3 tracks and I'm gonna put them on Spotify really soon. Just really inspired. How have you been feeling? How is the energy? How are you doing with our usual coping mechanisms? So I created a song that it's called Dragons in the Sky, and I can't wait to show it to you. Angry. Well, yeah, there is a lot of anger that we are releasing. So don't suppress it. Do not suppress it. Let it out in a healthy way. Like punch your pillow, scream, fucking throw rocks on a wall, whatever. Make stuff exploding. But release it. Cause I had anger as well, bubbling up. But there is such a more empowered way to feel these things, instead of feeling like we are instead of feeling we are the victim of whatever circumstance or whatever feeling we are having, like, oh my god, I'm depressed, so my life is shit. It's like, okay, oh my god, I'm angry, my life is shit, instead it's like, no, what can we do with this? Let's do something with this. You get me? So, you've been releasing it. Cool, Kimmy, perfect. Just release it, scream, whatever, and that will help you. Oh, amazing, Ornith. Good. Well done, you. I keep saying that, like, I mean, I do fast because, well, I normally eat only 1 meal a day, so I intermit fasting all the time because I just eat like once a day. But I've been meaning to do 3 days full on fasting, and I just keep getting like sidetracked. But I really want to go back and do 3 days in a row. It's mind blowing, like how much connected you feel. And for some people, is it the first time that you try the dry fasting? Because, yeah, in the beginning, for people who never tried it, you might have a little bit of headaches, or you can get really grumpy and really like, oh. But if you just resist, and I promise you, after, you feel like you took ecstasy or cocaine. It's the same. You good, yeah? Mwah, amazing then. But I remember I used to be really good at it. I used to do weeks of fasting. I used to eat like maybe 1 avocado every 2 days or 1 egg every 2 days. And everybody was asking me if I was under drugs. Every fucking body was like, but what did you take? I'm like, this is, you get high in life, literally, when you fast. You get, like, when you fast for more than 3 days, or anyway, if you do intermittent fasting a lot, oh yeah, I mean, my fucking croissant, I have the problem that, like, yeah, but now I'm eating only once a day, even though where that one time is included a croissant. But I give my stomach many hours of rest. But if one day you build up the strength to go, hello Chris, by the way, welcome. If one day you build up the strength to do 3 days fasting, I promise you, girl, you will feel like you took drugs. It'll poof. And if you cannot fast, most of the time is because we have a sugar addiction or there are parasite or stuff in your gut, which I had to deal as well myself. Because sometimes when I cannot fast is because I've got the parasite or just yeast and sugars that possess me, and they're like, no, like the craving just jump to the next level. Like the craving become a monster that possess you, and you just walk to the fucking store and you just buy any kind of sugar you see. So to help with that, I recommend you to try to intake minerals, because minerals will reduce your cravings. So this is burdock, oh my god, burdock root, okay? And I then take this is soursop. I don't know if you can see this. Soursop of leaf and elderberries, dry elderberries, and I make tea with that. And the minerals, when you drink it, they reduce your cravings. So if you have cravings issue, I really recommend you to make those teas with herbs that contain minerals, and when you eat minerals, your cravings will go down. So you will feel like that you need less sugar or less gluten or whatever the fuck is the thing that you are addicted to. Honestly, it helps so much, because before I didn't try those teas, every time I was trying to fast, like after the second day, I would literally turn into the devil. I would like walk at midnight to an off license looking for sugar, like fucking not even joking. And when people piss me off, when people are like, oh, society, it's like sugar, it's worse than cocaine, is worse than tobacco, it's worse than like, oh my god. And even when you have to fast, like I know many people, Chris included, they were like, oh, I need my yogurt, oh, I need my sweet. That is not real. Like, we actually not meant to, we do not need that sugar. Like, when you crave sugar, ask yourself why a banana will not do the same job. Our mind go like, oh, fuck the banana, I want the yogurt, I want the sweet, I want the chocolate, I want this, I want that, you know? And it's like, well, but if you're really hungry and you just want something sweet, a banana or an apple will do. But no. Our parasite in the stomach, they're like straightforward. No, it's not the banana that I want. It's the fucking chocolate. It's the fucking... So that is allowed you to see what really sugar does. And yeah, the when I do 20-hour fast or 16, or at least because I have only one meal a day, sometimes I have a burst of ecstasy, people, that I do not even know how to describe it to you. It's a proper mystical moment. That's why they feed us with those things, because we get disconnected from source. When I fast, I get the mystical experiences, like just mental mystical experiences. Like I feel like just ecstasy. I don't even know what else to. Ecstasy is the right description. I just feel ecstasy, and it's like fucking hell. This absence of things, absence of everything, absence from food, from dopamine, from cigarette, from everything, any kind of thing. Just give you this burst of energy at the point that you feel like you have cocaine and you don't know what to do. It's crazy. Just by doing nothing. Not opening your mouth, not eating, not drinking. No, water is fine. You can always drink water, remember. People who are obsessed with dry fasting, they're just a bunch of bollocks. Like, water is always welcome in the body. Water is not gonna kill your fasting. Water is not gonna do anything bad for you. So, I mean, if you feel that you need to drink. It's the same when I do fasting. Sometimes I just munch cucumber all day, and that's it. Because cucumber have fiber, has water, a lot of water, so it keep you hydrated. The fiber brush out the toxins. And you can astral project very easy when you fast. So exactly, Kimi, if you've been astral projected by accident, that is because when you fast, the connection is so intense that you just like, oops, I'm out of the body now. I know that sensation, which is great. Is great, like, if you're not afraid of astral traveling, and you can always. Yeah. Oh, cool, Ormit. Amazing. Yes. Do the dry fasting. Perfect. But then, we can always accustom and do more like fiber fasting, which is, have you noticed when dogs feel sick, and not only dogs, even monkey does this, when they feel sick, what they do is they eat a lot of grass. And this is a kind of fasting that I do as well, which is I do like 2 or 3 days in which I just eat incredible amount of grass. So it would be rocket or spinach, any green leaf. Crazy amount, like huge bowls 3 times a day, and that it really take all the shit from your bowel and just drags it out with the feces. So again, if you are sure that you want to detox and clean for real, you can you can do a stage 1 of 2 days of only leaves, lots of leaf, 3 times a day, and massive bowls with only a little bit of oil and a tiny bit of apple cider vinegar, and that start to clean a lot of shit out. And then after that, you can jump onto a 16 to 20 hour fasting and eat once a day, and then you will see an incredible improvement on your literally on your mood first of all. So that's great. And I made 3 songs this week. They're gonna be released on Spotify very soon. Actually, let me see if I can give you a little pre-taste, and I'm so happy for this song that I've done. Oh, yes, they're here. Let's see. You're welcome. Come on. But yeah, I've been singing non-stop in those days. non-stop. It's like source just give me those songs out of nowhere. Like I was walking in the street and I started looking up and I saw oh yeah, juice fast is really nice as well. Even though the juice fast, you need to be careful because juices have an insane amount of sugar. So you need to be careful what kind of juices you do. Fasting is meant to detox and stop you from getting that insulin spike from sugar. So I always recommend to start with like a grass fast, which you eat only leaves, and then move on to watery or cucumbery fast. And the juices, it's good to do it when your stomach is already cleansed. Because when your stomach is already cleansed and already fine, then you can absorb all the vitamin and the juices and the fructose from the juices. But if your stomach is fucked and needs cleaning first, doesn't matter how many juices you drink, you won't get those vitamins, you understand? Okay, so listen to this, people. Are you ready? Okay, the audio quality might be a bit shit from my phone, but one sec. Hi, Minena. Na 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 na. I am with a process. Yes, exactly. This is what I'm saying. Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Is the audio? In the sky. The audio is a bit, you can't hear. Anyway, the is very shit actually. The audio from my phone is quite sad, but yeah, it's gonna be I will release it on Spotify very soon, so you can hear it better. But I was walking and I was looking up and there was like this crazy ass cloud with the shape of a dragon, and all of a sudden I started to sing, well, in the middle of the fucking street, man. I was like, what am I? Where am I? And then I was like, I see dragons in the sky. And then I started saying, from the future we arrived. Anyway, it became out really trippy, really trippy. Yeah, a bit like Indian style, because. But anyway, so I've been having a really good and creative week, and on my Insight Timer, I actually released a course on the energy points around our body, so, and the earth in general. So I released a course that speaks about the fact that in our mind we forget that everything is a map of energy and energy point. You know, when you have like the meridians of the body, you know, you have that like you see our body and we have like pressure points when you write like Chinese reflexology, for example, or in Ayurvedic text we have the lines of meridians that moves around all the body. So we have energy flowing up and down, and it stops in specific point. Like there are those it's like a pit stop, if you have to imagine it, like roads in which the cars goes around, but then we have some pit stop in which the car, you know, you can go down, have a coffee, wash your car. That is the same with energy. So we have energy that goes around our body constantly, and then in certain point of our body we have those pit stop point. And some are called chakras, which are the main one, but also we have very small one in our arms, in our legs. And the earth is the same. The earth, if you know the ley lines, there is all energy moving, but then this energy that moves, you have oh, thank you, beautiful, those energy that moves. And then we have in the ley line in the earth, you will see that there are the this pit stop point. So we have like the heart chakra is in here, for example. It's funny because I'm Italian and the universe has been pushing me to live in this country, and I'm like, I don't get it, why, and I don't get why I chose this city. Well, story short, in here, in the town that I'm in, I'm the closest town to this ley line that ends with the heart chakra of the earth. It's here where I am. And then if you look on the map of the chakras, we have all other chakras in Tibet, in Africa, in Italy, in Chile, etc. So I released this course that yes, it's like the pressure point of the earth. Yeah. And so I released this course that is just 10 days, I think it is 10 days, yeah. And it speaks about all of this. So the fact that we have these energies and energy points, and the fact that we are energy and we are shifting now. We have to stop treating ourselves as mechanical being, because we are not. One of the biggest awakening that is happening for people right now is that we finally are understanding that we are not fucking robots. We do not function in this mechanical way. Like, oh, get up, like The Sims. You know The Sims, the video game? Oh, hi, how are you? Like, make me coffee, let's go out, let's go to work. This is not real. This is not real anymore. So people are finally doing this step of understanding that we are not mechanical machines. We do not function in this linear and mechanical way, but we function through an energetical timeline, which does not function as the normal one linear timeline shit that we got brainwashed into. If that makes sense. We are energetical being first. We are spiritual being first. So everything we do has to come from an energetical pull or push. So we do things instead from a logical point of view, from this logical point of view and mechanical point of view, we do things from an energetical point of view. So first, you wake up in the morning, you adjust your energy first. What is your energy telling you? What are you pulled towards, or what are you pushing away from? You understand? So yes, I know that they are nice. It's a nice video game, but it's a video game, yeah? So yeah, we are learning how to move from this linear way of being, this mechanical way of being, through an energetical way of being, understanding and interpreting energy, understand how the state of your energy and where your energy is calling you to go and where your energy is going to push you away from. Most of the time, we hang out people that destroy our energy. We do jobs that destroys our energy. We do action that fuck our energy. It's all a mess. Anymore, we are learning to actually function from an energetical point of view. And most of the things that has been happening life, and every time I had a breakthrough, or every time I was getting in alignment, or every time I was manifesting something, it was because I did not betray my energy. Every time I betray my energy, the shit the gods come down and they fuck my life up. They fuck my life up big time. They destroy everything, because when I do things I do things not for my energy, but I do things from a logical point of view. Oh, I'm supposed to do this, or logically I should be doing this, or out of fear. How many times do we behave out of fear? Like, oh, I will take this job just because I'm afraid that I will not get another one. And that is acting out of fear. It's like, oh, well, I'm choosing this not because I'm actually really fucking liking it, but because I'm afraid of, or when you hang out with people and you're like, oh, I hang out with these people because otherwise I'm alone. And it's like, oh my goodness, it's better being poor than do a job for fear. It's better being alone compared to stay with people for the fear of being alone. You understand what I'm saying? You get it? So, energy is the new currency. Energy is where we have to go. Understanding your energy and how it works, it's the way for the path. That is a real manifestation, because that people created a trend with this manifestation shit at the point that they don't even know what the fuck they're saying anymore, and it's just I know more than you, I am faking it more than you. Because most of the people that speak about manifestation, they have £2 in their bank account, they live in shit houses, and it's like, how can I trust you for manifesting what? I mean, it's very easy to deceive people with this trendy shit. It's like they have a background, like a fake background house, and then they have their face, and they're like, how I manifested? What did you manifest? Who are you? What the fuck? What? Show me your bank account, show me your house, show me your achievement, your project, show me. most people, it's just an illusion. The real manifestation is not something that is based in material. It's not, is based on energetically, you got pulled in some direction, and then you figure out that the reason why you got pulled in some direction, it was because there was something for you, and you got pushed away from other things because there was something for you. To follow this process, by the way, is hardcore shit, because you will lose it all. That's why people, they go into manifestation, they make it look so simple. They don't tell you that you have to be ready to lose it all. Because the way that you were making money before, your old ways to make money, they were rooted on fear. The new ways to make money, they are rooted on where the energy is pulling you. So most of the time, the universe, in order for shit to be manifested, they have to create space in your life. What does that mean? That the universe, to give you something, to drop you a present, but you don't have space around you, they won't give you any present. So most of the time, people that get manifestation and receive manifestation, or they manage to manifest something, is because the old life got destroyed. They lost the job, they lost people, they lost money, they lost places, apartment. It's a total tower moment, I call it. People don't speak about this. They just tell you, oh yeah, say some affirmation and the fairy godmother is gonna come around and do bibbidi bobbidi boo and give you whatever you want. Well, it doesn't work like that. I wish it was that easy. You have to be able to detach from all you knew before and all you had before. So you have to detach from your old way to make money, your old way of thinking. You have to detach from the old ways that you even occupy your fucking time. Because if you don't have empty space, if you don't have empty time, how can the universe drop you anything else? If you are already too busy with your own worry, with your own people pleasing, with your own jobs and 8 hours a day, how the fuck are you gonna manifest what? A cake we can manifest you if you want. Not much more. Oh, thank you, Amy. I'm happy you enjoy what I'm saying. But, I'm saying this just because I went through it myself. Like, I had to, I never, the amount of shit that spirit forced me to see from my second spiritual awakening, because I had multiple, and it's not even the correct way of saying it. It's not a spiritual awakening. The spiritual awakening is simply open your third eye. So the spiritual awakening is just you realizing that all you know is bollocks. It's that easy. This is the spiritual awakening. Knowing, and that's it. There are levels to this shit. I wish it's not that you can see now, so you see that everything is bullshit. Everything you know is bullshit. Exactly, Ornit. So spiritual awakening is just removing the blindfold and be like, oh fuck, they're all lies. Lies out there. There are lies in my head. There are lies everywhere. Is all a deception. Is all illusion. This is the first spiritual awakening. Then there are levels to this shit, according to how much bullshit you can remove, because that is it. You see now the deception, but you have to remove this conditioning from yourself. And so that is why there are levels to this shit. because I can speak with somebody that knew that just started to see, and I am miles away from them. I remember myself when I was in that stage, but I went mile away from that because I had to remove all my beliefs and the way I was functioning to the core of my being. I was functioning in a programmed way. It's like a dog that you trained to do a certain trick with a treat, okay? And all of a sudden, the dog wake up and is like, fucking hell, I've been programmed to do this shit. You can be aware, but it's gonna take time for the dog to change its response. Because until then, he's been brainwashed that when he sees that treat, he's gonna behave in a certain way. And you cannot expect the dog from one day to the other just to completely get over this conditioning, you know? So this, we are like little dog that has to be retrained. And so if you are awake, so you see the truth, but you keep behaving like before seeing the truth, well, once you take the pill, you cannot go back. Once you see, you cannot unseen. So you cannot behave like before. So if you have a spiritual awakening and you keep behaving exactly in the same way than before, then we're not gonna go far. You are still awakened though, you are still aware though, you're still awakened, but there are levels to this shit. So you can't keep the same job as before. You cannot keep the same friendship as before. You cannot communicate and relate to things in the same ways as before. You understand? In order for the universe to give you something and manifest something, you need to understand how to make your energy expand instead of contracting. And all the things that contract your energetical fields needs to be let go. What does contract your energetical field? Everything that make you contract. So fear, doubt, unworthiness, a job in which you get underestimated, friends that underestimated you, people that tell you what to do, people that make you doubts in your head, people that you tell them an idea and they're like, I don't think you will able to make a living out of it, or this old bullshit, or whatever they're gonna say. Like, once we remove all this crap, we start to finally collect space. We finally have empty space. And this empty space is the ground that you can unfold your gifts and unfold your talents and unfold who you really are. The more empty space you have, the more the universe can drop in new things. If you don't have space and you keep occupying that space with the same behaviors, the same usual crap, the universe does not have space to give you something. You understand? Oh, perfect. Yeah, synchronicity and numbers will guide you there. But I see a lot of people that, they are just in a loop. And I had a little agitated time with one of my clients for the coaching because she kept booking session and I would have to repeat, hello Phil, I had to repeat the same thing over and over, and she wouldn't change her behaviors. And it's like, well, and I got a bit agitated because if you choose to see, you cannot go back. And if you are consciously chose to see, you cannot unseen the shit. So if you open your third eye and you finally see that it's all a lie, it's all a deception, everything is energy. You have been living a fake truth life. You don't even know who the fuck you are. You cannot keep the same job. You cannot keep the same mentality. You cannot keep the same friend. You cannot keep the same hobbies. You can't. And expecting to call somebody like a coach and be like, it's like, oh, she calls me and she feel comforted and she feel somebody is helping her. And then she hung up the phone and she carries on with the same pattern. And then she have another crisis. And then she pick up the phone and she book another session. And then we do the session. And then she feels better. And then she carry on with the same loop. And then the universe will never leave you alone. The universe will smash you down. It will create so many tower moments in your life. It will destroy you until you don't see. But you cannot carry on doing the same. You understand? Like, you need to change the way you respond, the way you behave. And this is not, many people think that it's like a bad, many people, they get afraid because it's like, oh, what are you trying to say, that I have to be more disciplined? No, discipline is the last thing. You have to change the way that this little brain up here is interpreting reality. First, discipline come later. For example, before the awakening, a lot of shit go bad in your life, okay? And how is your brain interpreting this? Victim. Straight away. Full-on victimism. Oh, the world is doing this to me. Crying, going around people. I've done that myself, so be careful. I'm not judging you because I've been there. Crying, emotionally vampire we become. I became, at least. Going to people crying, need support, I need help, nobody loves me, the universe is against me, I'm gonna get ended up in the street, I don't have money, I'm a lucky victim, disaster. Right, now, shit happen in this way, I drop on my knees. And I have tears of gratefulness. What happened? I took a big hammer and I fucking knocked myself off with a hammer. No. I realized that the more victim you are, the more victim situation you will attract. So now, when shit goes very bad in my life, I drop on my knees and I cry and I say, thank you. This shit was meant to leave me. This shit was meant to surface. The truth needed to be seen. Reality needed to be seen. I needed to see. You understand? And then everything that I did, I had to swap my own response. If I was afraid of doing something that get out of my comfort zone, I had to tell myself, having this fear of going out of your comfort zone, it's normal. But by the way, this life is a game. This existence is a game. My soul is eternal and I'm gonna damn fucking play the game. I will not take life too seriously. I will not hide. I will risk. I will play the fucking game because I am eternal. This is only one suit. This is only one game. and I will look for what is really fulfilling me. What do I really want to do? What is the thing that when I do, I feel like, damn, yes, this is what I want to do. This is what I was made to do. But if you don't, how can you find out? How can you find out? Most of my life, they told me that I was not creative, I was not particularly intelligent, and I was not really a business person, okay? Ended up that when I came out of school, I thought this is who I am. Particularly unintelligent and particularly uncreative and with no major talents and gifts. And yet, when I started to follow the awakening and source, in less than 1 year, I just understood that I just find out that my gifts were endless. And you know what does it mean from a mind perspective to think for 3/4 of your fucking life that you do not have gift, you're not creative, you're not talented, you're not particularly clever, to flipping it to the opposite and more. To realize that I am the universe. I cannot even be described. Because I've got too many gifts. I can sing, I manipulate energy, I do Reiki, I'm a businesswoman, I do massages, I do tantric, I do all sorts of things. I am an actor, I produce music, I make videos, I produce videos. Like, I'm writing books. I mean, what the fuck? Do you think the next game you play is a reflection of the one you play now? No, I was a king in one of my past life. I was a king. I was living in a castle. I was a man. And I had slaves left and right. And I was a king. In another life, I was a witch. In another life, I was a shamanic. I was an old wise woman of a tribes. So you can tap in all the things that you've been, but that is why they don't want you to know. They want you to believe that you were an empty vessel. When you were born at school, they didn't tell you that you were a spiritual being. They didn't tell you that you could tap into all the different shapes and form that you incarnated in the past. Because I also was a martial artist. So in this lifetime, all the gifts that I tapped in is because I mastered them in other past lives. And when you are young, instead, they tell you that you are empty. They tell you that you are a totally empty vessel and they are pouring in the knowledge. So they tell you that you are learning, thanks to the system, how to speak, how to draw, how to behave in society. But yet that is a lie itself. Because you are already... when you are little, you can connect. You are very pure. Your connection with source is at its peak. It actually decreases during life. When you are small, that is the moment that you are the most mystical. That is the moment that you are the most in contact with your spiritual gifts. And during your life, you can tap into the knowledge that you already had. We did this multiple time, all of us. We did this many life. So you had multiple jobs, you had multiple talents, you've done multiple shits, you have been through multiple school systems. So that itself, it was for us to feel powerless. And when you are young, you think you are this empty vessel. This is what you think. You are like, oh yeah, I'm an empty vessel. They need to teach me. They need to tell me. I need to memorize. I need to learn. And yet that is created itself to set you up for failure, because then you would never realize that all the knowledge that you need, they actually come from inside. And there are all the gifts you can choose. There are so many that is almost, it's almost overwhelming. But yet the system love when you look at yourself in the mirror and you just see insecurity, doubts, talentless. They love that shit. They will do anything for you to carry on that line. Oh, you're welcome. And again, if you don't have empty space in your life, if you don't have empty space, literally, it's gonna be hard to connect with who you really are, which people, they get scared even when I say find out who you really are, because it feels like you are a certain thing. When I say who you really are, meaning you have to find out in what way you are the universe itself, if that makes sense. We have layers of dormant realities. Layers and layers of dormant realities. If you put awareness on your hands for a month, you will start to discover your energy's ability. If you put your awareness on your breath for a month, you will discover the ability of self-regulating that you didn't know you had. If you focus your awareness for a month on your heart instead of your mind, you will discover that you have a brain that is able to connect with all the shit outside of you. You can connect with that plant, you can connect with the air, you can connect with fire, you can connect with all the elements that are alive. So there are layers and layers and layers of magic inside each one of us that are absolutely untapped in, unexplored, and they lay there dormant. We have telepathy. I can read people's mind. I can see people's demons. There are so many unawakened powers that we have. Is almost overwhelming. Oh, you became a full-time artist having given birth to your daughter. Yoo-hoo. Ah, yes. Yeah. When people in the spiritual path, they talk about healing, they're like, oh, you have to heal yourself. Yeah, what they really mean, what really is a healed human being, it's art. It's art. You are art. You are divine art when you heal. So it's not changing yourself, is actually bringing you back to the childlike art that you were. Children are art in itself. They are wonderful, wanderers, beings, magical, mystical beings that see the world with big, dreamy eyes, and they play. They constantly play. How the fuck? Life is meant to be constant play. Why we don't play anymore? Why do you not play anymore? What? Some people don't even know what play is for them anymore. Do you play? But do you really know what play means for you? Because if you see the way I play, people would put me in a chainsword plus 18 channel for that. But I had to go and find out, how do I play? I forgot how to play. And then when you healed, you become art. You become art. You become expression. You become just expansion. And life go back to what it always was meant to be, which it was meant to be exploration, expression, and expansion. These are the 3E that I love. Exploring, expanding, expressing. This is my fucking life. Not contracting, hiding, seriousness, logic, responsibility. Bleh. What is that? What is that? What is that? Who the fuck says that? Like boringness, you know? And playfulness is what life is meant to be. But if you don't have time for that, you forgot how the fuck you play, then it's gonna be hard, right? To find out all those things and reawaken those abilities of yours. And hiding, we constant hide, like they taught us to create this facade constant, that now whoever holds it, whoever hide behind a facade, I can just touch it with one finger and I destroy it all. That's why fake people can't handle me and they get triggered, because I see right through any fake facade, any belief that you hide behind. You know, those people that like, they look like they have it all figured out, and yet they are so fucking miserable behind. And there is no foundation. You know, those people that they have the perfect house, and the perfect husband, the perfect job, and they dress perfect, and then it's all a fake shit to hide how miserable they are, how conformist. Everything they did it because they had to copy. Oh yeah, to be a good person, you must have the perfect job and buy the perfect house and have a mortgage and marry the perfect husband and have the perfect dogs, and yet you are empty vessel that has been copying what everyone else has been doing, and you are empty. Those people, they got fooled by the Matrix, because the Matrix is exactly that, what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to follow what everyone else does. They wanted you, because that is the portrait of happiness. Bullshit. Most people that are in this situation is a fake happiness, is a facade. It's a showcase. It's not real. It's not real shit. They don't know who they are. They don't know their talents. They don't know what they don't know. Nothing they don't know. They just copied what the system told them. Go to school, go to this school, become a doctor, make money, get a mortgage, marry a gold digger, and buy a Mercedes, and voila. Please, people. I prefer to be 50 without nothing, without money, without nothing, but at least knowing who the fuck I am for real, like the real essence of myself, not the showcase, not the facade. I prefer not to have nothing, but have myself, compared to have a lot of accumulated bullshit around me to make a statement, to make a life show, But I don't know who the fuck I am. You understand this? So many people. I literally destroyed the life of one person in particular that came into my life like 4 or 5 months ago. And this person was a totally fake person, but it was really managed to deceive me. It was really good at camouflaging, and I spotted the red flag, but for some reason I was just, because I'm really open and I always want to help everybody, so I was like, it's okay. And then the universe destroyed his life just because he kept hiding behind a facade. The universe will not, you can hide just for so long. Remember that. You can hide and fake it just for so long. Divine justice will always come in and destroy all the fakeness, because people think that they get attached with things, like they get attached to a word, like, oh, I am a doctor, or I am this, I am that. No, you are not your job, you fucking dick. You are not your job. Like, how can you say I'm a doctor, I'm a writer, or I am a banker, or I'm a lawyer? Like, what does that even mean? That is something that you do in particular hour of your day in order to get money. That is not you. You can't even, it's even wrong to say I am. It's not real, people. It's not real. Or when people are like, oh, I have this, they get attached to what they have, or I live in that house, or I do this job, or I have those girls around me, or I have, that is all fake. That is all, the society did this on purpose to trick you with words. You are not, how can you be a banker? How can you be a doctor? You are not that thing. This is just an activity that you use in a certain hour of your day, is external from you. Is you tuning into specific gift or mechanical movement or activities. It's not who you are. Your job is just a label, and you are not, even when people are like, oh, I'm a mother, or I'm a father. Well, that is like saying I am tanned. Yes, you are tanned in summer. In winter, you cannot be tanned anymore. So you are a mother until you have children. When the children grow up, you realize that, well, now what? Am I not a mother anymore? Like, they don't need me anymore? Even an artist, it's still diminutive. It's still a diminutive thing. Once you really understand that you are the universe, you will not look forward to attach more shit to yourself. People are, I'm lesbian, I'm gay, I'm trans, I'm an artist. More label. Yeah, okay, stick more label into this body. Yeah, go ahead. Have you got some more to throw? Please throw some more label. So it helped my poor little brain to box in who I am, because I need to know who I am through those labels. Is illusion, people. Is fucking illusion. You can collect and accumulate all the labels you want. You can have a full Bible of labels. I'm a Christian, I'm an atheist, I'm a scientist, that will never be who you are. That is always going to be diminutive of who you are. And that will always give you the validation for you that you need a label so you can be calm and you can be happy. Spirit is against labels. Spirit cannot be labelable. We are not even human. Human is the flesh. Our body is human. We are divine. Our soul is eternal. It does have nothing to do with humanity. So you understand how all of this, it's just an illusion for you to have control. It gives you the illusion that you control everything, those labels. It gives you the illusion that everything can be placed and labeled in a perfect, safe, and righteous way. Well, bibbidi bobbidi boo, all those labels can coexist at the same time and not exist, and nothing would change. Nothing would actually change. I think you're wrong, but you can think whatever you like. No, we are always. In this moment, you are spirit, you are soul, and flesh. We are always all those things. When you die temporarily, you lose your meaty container to yet replace it with another container. And maybe it's not going to be human next time. Maybe it's going to be alien container. But we always have a spirit and a soul part of us, no matter. And the point is that, you see, I made a video about this on the soul. Can you see how they are playing with our sexuality? Is because society cannot wait for us to be disempowered in our sexuality. So they are trying everything. They're doing everything for us to feel disempowered in our sexuality. And that's why you see these young people wanting to change sex like it's changing underwear. Oh yeah, let me chop off my dick and that will make me a better female. Because you see, and they attach to, I'm a transgender, I'm this, I'm that. The point is that nobody give a fuck. You can like dicks, anuses, green shirt, white shirt. You can like, I don't care personally, or what you like or not like, and what you do with your intimate parts. I could care less. I could care less if people look at me and think I'm a man or a woman, because I am both. That is real soul connection. These people create their happiness according to the outside. They need to fit in. They need to look like other women. They need to look like this. This is self-repression. They do not accept themselves as they are. So they have to demand labels, they have to demand respect, they have to demand to the outside world to cutting their intimate part off, just because they're not accepting who they are for how they are. You understand? You're being a little offensive, I think. That could be. Many people get offended by the stuff that I say, so that could be. People who get offended can leave. I will not force you to receive offenses. But I'm not offending anyone. Actually, you can do whatever the fuck you like, honestly. That is the point of it all. Actually, I'm teaching you how you can just find yourself. without the need of a box, without the need of a label, without the need of restriction, of boxes, of stickers in your face. I have ADHD, I am hypochondriac, I am autistic, I am a mother, I am a banker. That is all disempowering, because you are much more than that, and you are absolutely big. You are absolutely you are so infinite. I don't know who I am. Right. So you don't know who you are, but yet you know that I am being offensive. How can you know that I'm offensive if you don't even know who the fuck you are? Well, anyway. CPTSD. All right. Yes, so this is another thing, like, oh, I have CPT because my son's gay. Yeah, that's perfect. That's amazing. He's gay. This means that, again, he needs a label. So he's like, I am gay. Well, that is actually not true. You can, in life, you are in love with love. And sometimes you love different things. So sometime in life, you will love a black dress. And sometime in life, you will love a red dress. Sometime in life, after 10 years, you will be fed up with dresses and you want to try a jumper. And sometime in life, you like a pussy. And sometime in life, you might like a dick. Sometime you can like them both. Sometime you will like none of them. Sometime you would not know even what the fuck you like. This is who you are. This is who you are. If you want to constrict yourself, box yourself in, then go ahead and put all the fucking label that you want in your head. Constrict yourself, box yourself in as much as you like. But if you really want to understand who you are, you need to understand that you do not need no labels to understand who you are, because you can just observe patterns. You are nothing less if not an accumulation of patterns of behaviors. This is who you are. So you are just your behaviors. And all those labels, they get created to confuse the people's soul. Because I could born in this planet and be like, I'm angry to the universe because I was supposed to be rich. I was supposed to be born and be born rich. How come I'm not rich? Now I'm going to demand to the government to give me money, and I'm going to demand to all the people around me to call me queen. It's the same for sexuality. People are like, oh, I feel a woman, but I was born in a man body, and now I'm gonna demand to all the people to call me female, and I'm gonna demand to have this. It doesn't work like that, my friend. Does not work like that, my friend. You cannot control people. The only thing you can control is yourself. And the only thing you can control is how happy you feel yourself. And the only thing you can control is how good you feel within yourself. You do not need to justify what you like. It's nobody else's business. I can like everything and nothing. I'm a woman, but I do consider myself a man sometime. But I do not expect other people to see me and call me a man. People, like, I don't need that. I'm so strong in myself. I am so happy in myself. I would care less how people refer to me. I don't need a label. I have got an energetical penis, and most of this fucking world doesn't even know what does that mean. And yet I have it, and I'm proud of it, and I will speak about it, and you can't see it because it's energetical, but I don't care. So, I have been a man in my past lives. I know how, I have them both within me. I have my feminine energy active and I've got my masculine energy active. My vessel, my meaty body has only the biological female, but I've got a man in me as well. So answer this: if you're abused for so many years and bully, that cause a behavior problem. Yes. So you see things that does not exist. Oh, no. You people don't see things that exist. When you are not totally centered, you don't see shit that are there in front of you. When you are totally centered, the clarity will be so overwhelming that you see everything that doesn't see. So, energy, for example, when you speak to a person, do you see the person or do you also see the energy behind their communication? You understand? Whoever speak to me, if is a person that is awakened, this person, whoever it is, will see my female and will see my men side. He will see them both because they are present within me. If you struggle to see your masculine side, you will struggle to see my masculine side. If you struggle to see your feminine side, you will struggle to see my feminine side. That's why so many women cannot have a relationship with me, because they get all competitive and stuff, because they have issue with their own feminine. So that goes from... Yeah, the label can be dismantled though. Because as soon as you say to somebody that he doesn't need a label to be described, he can be one day gay and one day lesbian, one day he can likes everything, the problem disappeared. What is the label providing to this person? Is it security that he's looking for? Is it feeling more justified? Like, oh, I can do this because I'm gay. Or, even when they give you labels like ADHD, having that label makes you feel more at ease. Like, oh, I can behave like that because I am ADHD. So what you are really looking for is a justification then. You are looking for something that give you an approval of some kind, that gives you something, but you don't really need it. Because you can be gay today and not gay tomorrow. I personally see the real spiritual elevation. It's when you fall in love with souls, not containers. When you are spiritually elevated, you understand that it doesn't really matter the container. You fall in love with energy, with the soul. So the container become just, you understand? It's not that I see things that doesn't exist, it's that you don't see things that exist. You understand? So you need to liberate yourself. Every day you can change. Every day you can be a totally different person. Every day you can even meet somebody that make you reevaluate everything. You thought you like woman, and then you meet a man that make you change things. So why don't you decide instead to be open? Why don't you decide instead to let the universe show you what you like this week and what you like the next week? Why do you need to set yourself in a box like I am this or I am that? That is just limitation, is more limitation. My sons have Tourette. You cannot stop that. Yeah, but even Tourette's. Oh, I could make a whole fucking life about Tourette's now. So what is Tourette's? What is Tourette's? Again, if you follow the medical... Hello, everybody. If you follow the medical perspective, they tell you that Tourette is a disease. Again, another label that destroy and create even more issues. Tourette is not a disease. Tourette is simply there are two and more sometimes, two and more than two, opposite current of thought that goes on into the same spiritual vessel. So you have a we have our meat vessel, and there are multiple streams of thought, multiple personality, we could call them, that wants to move through this one vessel. And so what happened is that the main personality get annoyed, and we try to repress the other personality or the multiple other personality that are coming through. And again, this is control. Most Tourette's people, when they accept it and they enjoy and they interact with this other personality, and they find a way to welcome it and find a way to it truly goes in going deep into self-acceptance. It's the same thing of the transgender shit. Why are we getting so pissed off in the outside? Why do we want to control it? Why do we want to label it? Why do we want to calm it down? Why do we want to change it? Why do we want to do surgery on it? When the truth lies only in acceptance. Accepting who you are, embracing who you are, loving who you are, no matter how you are, no matter if it's different than the rest, no matter if nobody is like you, nobody is meant to be like you. So even Tourette's, it's intense to deal with, but the more we love it, the more we bless it, the more we allow it, the less we try to fight it, repress it, calm it down, control it. Again, fucking control everywhere. Why are we so obsessed with control, boxing in, labeling, HD, this, that, I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm trans, and this is all bullshit, you poor little thing. You really believe that you are a label? How little do you think about yourself? You are the infinite. You are the fucking universe. You are a divine being experiencing itself, and you want to attach so bad to a little sticker to put in your head. How mad are you? How diminutive that is. It's crazy, people. Crazy. He loves who he is. He broken his hip by timing too much, or they're very aggressive. Oh, okay. So yeah, they can have they can be quite aggressive, and there are techniques of meditation. Yeah, the ticking is aggressive. I get it. There are meditation and sound bowls that can help to calm down these anger impulses. And there are herbs, a lot of herbs that helps to calm down. So like just chamomile and things that calm down. And there are things that increases the aggressiveness, like TV, radiation, radios, frequencies from certain music, social media, mass media, noises like street noises, car noises, traffic noises, social, like there are things that, you know, phones. So that is mostly about removing all the things that there are ways to relax all the things, you know, so that the person can deal better with their level of anger, and the way of channeling it as well. You know, there are ways to channel it, and people most of the time when they have anger attack, the only thing that they think about is repressing it. And again, what is so wrong? If you have this anger and aggressiveness, you need to fucking punch a pillow for an hour, like go boxing, go screaming, go jumping. Like this is what Christianity and the government has been done for so many years, is repression of animalistic instinct. So that's why they want to repress sexuality, repress anger, repress everything, give the other cheek. Yeah, so you fucking explode. Because when you repress something, it will always come out in another way. It's like you have a volcano that want to erupt from the top, and you put a big stone on top. Do you think that that is going to stop it? Well, it's going to stop it up there, and it will create a hole on the side, and it will explode on the side. So everything you repress about yourself will come out in another way, my friend. And this is what Christianity literally jerk off because they love that shit. They love to repress. They love to make you feel guilty. They love to make you feel unworthy, guilty, sinner. They love that shit. They love that. Repress, shut up, degrade, guilty, punishment, self-domination. You know what is self-domination? Self-domination. It's when you want to control your body like you are a fucking animal. Like control it, like control everything you eat, what you say, how you wear, how you dress. What do you think is gonna happen to you? You can't self-dominate yourself. You are a free spirit. You might start to fucking learn how to live like it. So, yeah, you cannot repress it. You have to speak it out. You have to seek. It's like all this a crazy topic about the pedophilia. I received this download many years ago. I think it was in 2018. And Spirit told me, oh, they're going to start to come out with the pedophilia. And I was like, but what is the sense of it? And the sense, it's exactly this. For so many years, we just point finger at these people like, oh, pedophile, and everything taboo, and everything not really spoken, and everything hide behind the scene. And now, of course, whatever you repress, my friend, is gonna come out. It's gonna come out. So the less you want to speak about something, the more you wanna keep taboo something, the more it's gonna pop out. And the question with pedophile, instead of pointing finger and being like, oh, pedophile, where is this coming from, people? How much fucked up the school system and the society is to create pedophile? Those people are the product, are the result of something. my friends. They do not blossom like flower in a forest by themselves. They are born pedophile. It doesn't work like that. How the existence of these people is the proof that the system is not functioning, and whoever keep defending a system that creates those things deserve to die in it. Because I had many people trying defending the school system, trying defending this and that, and it's like, well, it's clear to me that if these perversions are born, if these things happens, something must be truly, truly fucked up. But if we don't speak about it, if we don't go and find the roots of the causes, we're just gonna spend the rest of our life pointing fingers. And what? And what? They do not gonna disappear, are they? We have to go to the roots of the problem. We have to go to the roots of how we get brought up. What happened to these people? What kind of fucked up thing happened to them for them to come out like this? And I know why. Because there is a lot of perversions in our school system. There is a lot of wrong beliefs, misbeliefs in our school system that fucked us up. This is what happened. When they tell you to believe in the priest, and then you ended up that most of them are pedophiles. And yet, ask yourself, how is it possible? Oh, well, just collect thousands of dudes and just put them to live together in a house and order them not to wank and not to have sex, and then be surprised if they start to become pedophiles. Are we for real? It's like, take a bunch of cow, put them living together with no grass, and be surprised if they kill each other to eat. I mean, are we for real? We are so blind to the core problems, and we just point finger at the surface shit. Oh, look at that, blame that thing. Oh, look at that, blame that thing. Oh, look at that, put it as a taboo. Oh, look at that, more pedophile. Nobody goes to the roots of the things anymore. Everyone just look again, this facade, just the surface. Men and their sexual urges needs to be understood in relation with spirit. Sexuality and sexual energy is the most close energy to God. We create, for fuck's sake, through sexual energy. It's the most vital energy of it all. So if you repress the vital instinct, the animal instinct, what do you think is going to happen? Anyway, so the less we focus on all these labels, the less we focus on all those pointing finger, who to blame, who not to blame, and the more we go at the core of our being and understand that your little universe is all that matter. Discover your little universe. Discover your authenticity, your peculiarity, and discover your gifts. Do not label them. Do not try to box them in. Do not try to copy others, imitating others. Don't try to conform. Just explore yourself. and that you will access a new level of freedom, a new level of comprehension. So I get it now. Exactly. But we have to stop to do this surface shit of a game label. It's just a game label. Like, in those days, it seems like you meet somebody and it's just gonna be a vomiting of label after the other. Do you think that that describes who I am? Like, hi, I'm Alice. I'm 32 years old. What do you do in life? Oh, well, I am a massage therapist. Oh, well, I am a spiritual coaching. Oh, well, I am a singer. I'm the universe, baby. I'm the universe. What do you want to know? I can show you. I can show you who I am. I can show you what I do. I cannot tell you who I am. I am the universe. Experience it itself from the inside outside. Oh, you are a pretty lady. Well, partially. I'm a pretty lady. I'm a pretty boy. I'm a pretty lady and I'm a pretty boy, and I do so many things in life that I can't have. I would write a book about it and then give it to you if you want me to tell you what do I do in life. You know, people that are like, what's your name? How old are you? What do you do in life? What's your job? Like, this era is ended. This era is finishing. You cannot box me in. I know that you really want to. They really want to box you in. I'm a pretty boy. I've got a huge energetical penis that you can't see. It's massive and it's powerful as fuck, by the way. But physically, I'm a woman. So my meaty vessel, my fleshy vessel is biologically woman. But I'm not. I am not only woman. That is a side of me. There is another side of me. I am a military guy that can rip your ass off. Anyway, this is just to say, like, liberate yourself from all those labels. Liberate yourself from this need to fit in a category, and understand that your power is so fucking vast that any label is a diminutive of you. You are not just a father. You are not just a mother. You are not just the warrior. You are not just a wise man. You are not just a painter. You are not one thing. You are not something that is boxable and be like, okay, all the artists can walk over there now and all the doctors can walk over there now. Our generation of totally awakened people will be guiding this planet, because it's gonna happen. There will be none of that shit anymore, because you cannot label the divine. And that is when the mind of the people that are not awake will explode, because they will go like, what? There is not label? Oh no, so I cannot know what you do and who you are and how you make your money. And no, you can't control. You cannot control. You cannot label. You cannot categorize. You cannot divide. This is how they play with us. Division. You are black, I'm white. You are a woman, I'm a man. Feminist. Masculine, patriarchal. You this, I'm that. That is how they play with weak-minded. It's when they can divide you, when they can convince you that is you against something else, or you are different than the rest. You are everything and nothing. You are everything and nothing. I repeat. Because you are nothing. Therefore, you are everything. And it will take a while to this thing to set in, but it will. Because when you don't need anything, you automatically have it all. I don't need labels. Because I know who I am. You understand? So, even we have been brainwashed for so many years in those specific way of putting label to ourselves, confining ourselves, like finding a group of like you need to feel part of something. A lot of people, they feel lost and they have this feeling that they need to be part of something. They need to have a label. They need to receive justice or everything like that. And from there to shift on I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. I just need myself. I just need to live life through myself. That is the most liberating things. And I can be gay tomorrow and trans the day after. I can choose. I don't need nothing. Validation, conform, nothing. That is the real power. That is the real truth. That is how we actually jump timeline. We merge with the highest version of ourselves, because the highest version of ourselves has it all figured out. Meaning he doesn't have it figured out, because it's the opposite. Our true self is just free. Our true self is just you walking and experiencing freely. You don't need nothing. That is the real higher self. And yeah, we are moving into this now. We are moving into this. People are finally dropping and accepting themselves for who they are every day. So, t-shirt, I'm everything and nothing. Yeah, I should make some merchandising with some of those quotes. I think it would be cool. My favorite one that I created, but I'm always saying to people, like, if you don't see the divine, the divinity that is in you, do not ever expect anybody else to see it. If you don't see your own divinity, nobody else will see it. So for the people that they cannot see their divine power, their divine essence, their abilities, their gifts, their talent, their being, their simply perfect essence that is already worthy of everything, nobody will see it. So when you see it, then every fucking else will see it too. When I consider myself average, everyone was consider myself average. When I was consider myself unworthy, everyone around me was consider me unworthy and was underestimate me. As soon as I start to see and state to myself, I'm fucking divine, I am fucking talented, people are blessed only to be in my presence, everyone started to show me that. But if you don't do it for yourself first, nobody else will do it for you, my friend. So if you consider yourself shy, everyone else will consider you shy. If you consider yourself normal, if you consider yourself whatever you consider yourself, that is what other people will perceive. So you have to be really careful how you consider yourself. If you consider yourself not capable of more, not deserving of more, this is what is gonna happen to you. Is as that simple. So first you see the divinity in you, and then you will see the divinity outside be reflected back to you. So if you want to contact me, you have my emails. If you want to participate to my courses on Insight Timer, they are really cheap, and you just have to download and subscribe to Insight Timer and go to my profile. There are quite a few courses coming up that are really cheap and really, really helpful. So do that. And on my link, I have also my YouTube channel, if you fancy to check it out. And it's all about what my job is simple. I spent a lifetime almost discovering who I am and removing the conditioning that the society has been pooping on top of my head, layer of beliefs that were absolutely not true. And those beliefs, because they were in my mind, kept creating a certain outcome. Because what you believe in here it will appear in your reality. So I did all of this in my life to heal myself and bring my authentic divine self back to life. And my whole life is to help other people to do what I did, to find your own divinity and understand your own superpower and break free from all this crap. We have accumulated so much crap. It's not even funny. So if you fancy to follow me, as again, go and have a little exploration on my links and the things that maybe you would like, even a one-to-one coaching session with me. And nothing, I will wish you a beautiful, beautiful rest of the day. And soon I will publish my songs as well, and they're gonna be available on Spotify very soon. Oh, Candy, you remember people that you were asking me about my necklace? All of you were constantly asking me about that necklace that I had. You remember? Well, it's this account here. Wait. This lovely girl here is one of my best friends. That account. And she is the one that has been hand making me those insane necklaces. So check it out. If you press her account, check it out, because the stuff that she makes are just mind-blowing. She does all this shit. And it's all handmade. So, just for you to know. Anyway, thank you for the donation. Thank you for any support. I really, really appreciate it. Butterfly, see you soon. I can't wait to release this song, I See Dragons in the Sky, on Spotify. I hope you liked it, but I will make a video when I release it, okay? Mwah. Ciao, ciao.